Looking at what happened in Spain, Barcelona Atletico were meeting for the second time in as many days as possible. I think second time in like 4 days, and Atletico needed to be a bit more strategic. But the game did not start until the 42nd minute when the red card came, and it changed everything. This is the history of a game where everything just begins to change in one sequence.
Yeah.
After the red card, they just scored 2 goals, and that was the end. And Atletico was a masterclass. They took advantage of that weakness, and it was clearly, their day. Crespo, just give us your 2 cents on, how do you think Atletico approached it from your own view
Yeah, they approached it like Atletico would have approached it, having lost the game in La Liga. So coming into
against the same
this,
team?
it's again same thing. So they did all they could to avoid a loss, and also this was the first time they were winning at the Nou Camp in a long time. Or in fact, I think that was Simeone's first win at the Nou
First
Camp.
ever win in Camp, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so
he hardly wins the Nou Camp.
yeah,
It's
so
his fourth win in Camp Nou.
yeah, so interesting times between these two teams. And again, if you remember during I think the Copa del Rey, Barcelona losing 4-0 at Atletico's house, then going back to Nou Camp and won 3-0. So, but this time around, they are losing 2-0 at home. Can they try to pull off a remontada at Atletico? Let's see how that goes. But again, Atletico, we know they're very defensive. But again, I feel even with the way they were defensive, with a man down, they could not even. I didn't see them play. It felt like Barcelona even had 2 players extra. But however, they could not use the fact that they had a lot of that possession against Atletico. So again, kudos to Atletico. Just like Joshua said, we are giving kudos to Atletico and not giving kudos to Arsenal for grinding a defensive win or a not so interesting style of play. Or probably it's because of the expectations we have of Arsenal versus the expectations we have of Atletico. So again, good one for Atletico. Hopefully, they don't get again. Atletico can concede for I don't know. I can't even with the 2 goals advantage. I'm not sure I see Atletico outrightly, just winning the game. Because even in that game, Barcelona had a lot of chances, but for some reasons they just couldn't bury Rashford, Yamal. Oh come on, Yamal was interesting to watch that day.
Phenomenal.
I was
But
like,
he didn't get enough help. That guy is a
yeah,
superstar.
So my
No
point is
help.
like, if they allow these guys get into the groove in the second leg, I think they might score 2 goals. Then we'll now have the proper game to see how it will end. So I still think it's open because Atletico for me,
Consider that.
they concede a lot.